We have with us our next keynote speaker, Mr. Chander Shekhar, Regional Sales Director, Cloud Specialist Team, Salesforce. Mr. Shekhar is a dynamic sales professional currently working as an account executive platform at Cloud at Salesforce, helping enterprises transform customer engagement with world's #1 CRM. With prior experience at Microsoft and Wipro, he has led multi-million-dollar deals, GTM strategies, and high-performing sales teams across cloud and digital solutions. A former tech startup founder, Mr. Shekhar brings a unique blend of corporate expertise and the entrepreneurial spirit that we all love. Known for our strategic account planning and customer-centric problem solving, he's a trusted advisor to enterprise clients. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause, Mr. Chander Shekhar.
To the weather of Delhi. I think most of you have flown in the morning, and we have been starting speaking about a lot of you as customer experience leaders, right? The other day, I was sitting across with one of my clients. This client is customer experience head for a gifting company. Now, they are one of the leaders here, and imagine what happens is, there are particular events in a calendar year. In those events, their orders as well as customer experience cases see a spike. Classic example, imagine Valentine's Day. During Valentine's Day, those 7 days, which will start from Rose Day and end at Valentine's Day, they have to hire close to some 30–40% more agents just to manage that week. But there I sat thinking to myself, but why would somebody hire these agents who's going to serve only 1 week, but the contract period is 2 months? The reason for that is, even before these agents are aboard, what they do is, they do a classification and certification of these people. They make them understand their standard operating procedures, what are the technologies these guys are using, and the most important part is, how do you create instant gratification of customers whenever they have issues? Because like both the speakers before me told that it is so easy to people to switch because of a bad experience. And because of that thing, I'm here today. We're going to speak about how do you transform your organization on AI agent-first service organization. Now, before I dive into the topic, in a traditional Salesforce way, I want to thank you. It is our customers, our partners, our communities that make us great. I think the trust which you have showcased us over the last 25 years has strived us to innovate faster. And I think that responsibility has increased multifold in last 3 quarters. Now, what exactly has happened? I think I'm speaking to most of you since morning, and what I've realized as customer experience leaders, the issue which you're facing today is, you have same number of agents doing repetitive, mundane jobs, which means that agent productivity goes for a toss. The second aspect is, once you move and switch towards the customer side, I call these Gen Zs as the blinking generation. Imagine they want their products to be delivered in 10 minutes. So do you think they can even wait half of that time for resolution of their tickets? So what they want is immediate context-based interaction with your agents. And the most important part is, if you would have erred in one of those transactions, they want an instant gratification. But how will you achieve this? This is where digital labor comes into fore. Imagine, as brands, what you do is, you interact with your customer in 3 phases. Pre-purchase. This is where you are helping them realize that this is the best product for you. For example, if I'm buying to buy a t-shirt, what is the best size? What is the best color that suits me? If you're going into the purchase cycle, which is the next step, what will happen is, I wanted that delivery 24 hours later, But because I'm traveling somewhere, now I want it 48 hours later. How do I achieve this? And the last part is, once the customer is onboarded, from prospect to a loyal customer, you want to service them at the place where they are, which is post-purchase. But the problem is, can you scale up your agents? I've seen financial services in the situation of Dhanteras. I've speaking to manufacturing companies somewhere around that time. I'm speaking to gifting companies somewhere around Rakhi, gifting periods. How will you scale that up? If you have to do this, you might trying bringing in digital labor. If you can induce the power of AI into your customer experience, where you let them know that, firstly, we are serving you on the channel which you prefer. It can be voice, it can be non-voice, which is emails, SMS, WhatsApp, and then I'll be able to give you instant response and give you a context-based interaction. Now, this is where Salesforce took that responsibility and added an agentic layer into Service Cloud. What exactly that means is, we are giving you two capabilities. Number one, autonomous agents. This is where you do interaction with your customers without human intervention. Second part, if, depending on guardrails, the kind of transactions you would have defined for yourself, you want human agents to step in. These agents are assisted by smart AI-driven inputs. And the most important part is, we don't want to set only service limits to you. This is where the story of connecting platform comes in, where if you want to extend the same capability to even sales, marketing, commerce, or even data cloud, we are here to help you on that aspect. The most important part is, what will happen is, we are trying to give you enough productivity so that you reduce your costs, meanwhile you increase your customer satisfaction. Now, even before I delve deeper into the technology, let's understand what exactly it is. This technology has three key pillars. Number one, data cloud. We always understood that if we want our agents to be smarter, we want them to have access to data which is beyond customer service. I can't ask them about orders. I can't ask them about past purchases. I can't ask them about, let's say, what you would have bought 3 years back. That is not the scenario for today. So everything into one single space where I can tell them order management, order history, even if you want to connect to logistics department, if you want to get connected to finance for refunds, we'll give you that capability onto one single platform. The second aspect is, once I have the data, what will I do? I will retrieve it, massage it, and then give you intelligent insights. These insights will power my third pillar, which is actions. What exactly is my action? Action is my ability as an AI agent to transfer those contexts into responses and resolutions. And that is the power of this entire agentic layer. And the most important part is, this is built on top of a trust layer. What it enables is you to do two things. Number one, take your mind off from the data security aspect. We will take care of that aspect in terms of auditability, in terms of giving you a look into where the transaction are happening, who will have access to that data. And the second part is creating guardrails around these agents. That, for example, you might have a scenario where your average transaction size is, let's say, 1,000 rupees. But then you would have received a refund request to an AI agent, which is, let's say, 6,000 rupees. Will you enable these agents to manage these kind of transactions? Or will you tell them, these kind of cases, which is above a particular threshold, let's seamlessly transfer it to a human agent and let's take a cautious call around this. And this is where this technology will help you to transfer these AI agent-based calls or even interactions to human agents. Now, let's get into the journey. What are the steps? Let's talk about the first step. Let's put these AI agents to work. What will happen is, once you have onboarded yourself to Salesforce Service Cloud, we are giving you a capability of spinning up agents on the fly. We had SACs who built this agent over a weekend, which is around order management, refunds, and order status over a weekend. The key aspect around this is that even if you want to create these agentic layer over different customer communication channels, you can deliver that experience seamlessly. Let's look at this solution in real time. I want to play a demo for you guys.
Let's see Agentforce Service Agent in action. Here we are in the Agent Builder, where we start by equipping our AI agent with topics, which are jobs to be done, like order management, as you see here. Next, we give our agent its scope and instructions of what we want it to do. Now, this is what's really cool about our Agentforce agents. The instructions are written fully in conversational language. Think about this. Your admins can partner with your top human service reps to learn how they do things. They can explain those best-in-class processes to your AI agents with simple instructions, and your AI agents will be able to execute those with any customer. Pretty cool, right? Now the last step is to assign actions to the topic. Our agent already has some out-of-the-box actions, and we can even create custom actions using existing objects like Apex, flows, and even prompts. But did you notice something about this setup? We didn't use a single bot dialogue. And just like that, our agent is ready to go. So let's see it in action. For this part of the demo, I'm the customer and I'm reaching out to Alpine Group, a cable and internet provider. I want to add more networks to my cable package, so I message Alpine through my favorite channel, WhatsApp. Right away, I'm greeted by the Agentforce Service Agent that we just built. The Service Agent reviews my criteria and offers to create a custom package. But how can it do that? With the right data and right actions, Agentforce Service Agent is grounded in data and knowledge that's stored in Data Cloud, so it can pull from that information to execute a custom package action. When I accept the offer, I'm instantly given personalized recommendations based on my responses and my customer profile in Salesforce. Let's pause here. This is awesome. I didn't have to navigate through a long bot menu to find the right package. The agent only shows what's most relevant to me. But let's throw it a curveball, a context switch. I'm worried that mobile data streaming might eat into my data plan. So take a look at this. Unlike a chatbot, Agentforce Service Agent remembers our conversation history. It doesn't start from scratch. Now I'm ready to go with my new movie package. But look at the next message I receive. Agentforce Service Agent proactively suggests an upgrade and is ready to schedule my field service appointment. I definitely want the upgrade, but I can't be late for my customer meeting. Normally, this would be the end of our chat, but not with our Agentforce Service Agent. Here's the game changer. The agent can switch to voice conversations using the same generative AI so we can chat on the go.
Amazing, right? But in the theater of service, can we really write off human agents? I think most of the supervisors will not agree with this. But imagine there will always be a journey where you'll lend your customers to human agents. Like the example which I took where the transaction is particular way above a particular threshold. This is where the seamless transfer of the technology from agents to human labor is there. Now, look at this example. I was working with one of the airline companies, and their customers try to reach them over emails. Now, these emails can be contextual. Probably I had a bad service experience when I was flying. It can be a broken seat. It can be a food and beverage issue because I was not happy with the food you provided to us. Or it might be that I want to create a refund request which has to go to finance, which means that I need to understand the context of that mail. Once I have the context, I will transfer this mail to a particular department, and this particular department will need intelligence insights. How do I solve this ticket fast? This is what they're looking at, the average case handling time. And then the most important part is, once you have solved that ticket, there has to be a case summary which has to be manually put by an agent. Imagine you have an assistive agent which creates a summary, creates at its as part of the case history without manual intervention. That is the magic of this entire solution. Let's look at this solution in live demo.
Alpine Group collects real-time data to monitor device performance, and they've noticed that a customer, Emily's, main control panel isn't working properly. Agentforce Service Agent proactively reaches out to Emily through the app, alerting her to the malfunction and offering to provide a step-by-step manual solution. However, Emily decides she just wants to return the panel. No problem. Agentforce Service Agent swiftly generates a policy-compliant response, informing Emily that while she can return the panel, the replacement will be back-ordered for 3 to 6 months. Understandably, this isn't the news Emily wanted, and she shares her frustration. Here's where Agentforce Service Agent truly shines. It recognizes when a human touch is needed and seamlessly escalates the case to a human agent. This is the real power of Service Cloud, integrating autonomous and human agents on one platform to collaborate effortlessly. Standalone autonomous agents can't offer this level of seamless transition. Now let's check in with our agent, John. Look at this sleek, new UI. John is thrilled with the modern and simplified experience. In his service console, he sees all his work routed through any channel in one central place. When he takes over Emily's case, he has everything he needs right at his fingertips. On the left, John has Emily's unified customer profile powered by Data Cloud, which includes her purchase history, loyalty status, and even real-time sentiment analysis thanks to the all-new Customer Experience Intelligence. Agentforce is right in his workflow, providing a summary of Emily's case, and now with Service Planner, John gets clear, executable guidance on how to proceed. As soon as he accepts the plan, he receives a draft response he can either edit or send directly to address Emily's needs. Using unified knowledge, Agentforce personalizes a suggestion for an alternative panel that's in stock, which Emily is delighted with. But we don't stop there. Service Planner also includes a step to add a complimentary security camera that Emily had left in her cart. This is a game-changing differentiator of Salesforce, combining service and commerce on the Agentforce platform. The purchase is completed in just a few clicks. To wrap things up, John receives an automated summary from Einstein, closes the case, and creates a new knowledge article to help guide future Agentforce Service Agent interactions.
All right. Amazing part of this, that you have assistive agents, you have live agents, but does it really complete the picture for you? I speak to most of my consumer durables counterparts. I speak to many of my manufacturing counterparts. The issue is they have to go and service their products in the field. There are field reps who go into the space, service a product, create a case history, create a case summary, and then also capture feedback. But let's say I have a customer who has recently launched a new product. Even the FSL guys, the field service reps, they are actually trained on this new product. But let's say, meanwhile, this guy is in field, he forgets, or probably he has come across a scenario which he has never seen. Will you increase your tuck rolls, which means that this guy will come back and probably go back tomorrow? Or you want to give them AI-assisted agents, what will tell you is insights from past interaction, knowledge articles, and you can even take these AI agents on a VRA to help you solve those tickets. Let's look at this solution in demo.
Our dispatcher at Alpine is reviewing the schedule in the Field Service Dispatch console. This is where you can see all your resources, people, assets, and equipment. The schedules were optimized overnight, but now several technicians have unexpected openings, which means they are now underutilized. What could have happened? The dispatcher turns to Agentforce for insights. Based on the summary, there are higher than expected appointment cancellations in the last couple of hours. Our dispatcher needs a quick solution to fill these gaps. Agentforce is recommending we be proactive and do more work on the jobs we already have. With asset service prediction, it noticed there are upcoming maintenance jobs and related work items they can complete on site. The dispatcher approves these work items. This means we are preventing a future truck roll, extending asset life, and ultimately enhancing that customer experience. Now that's a good outcome. Okay, let's shift to one of the technicians receiving this additional work. When it's time for the job, the tech receives a real-time notification. She can tap to say she's on the way, and now she can listen to the AI-generated pre-work brief, which outlines the install and maintenance. Look at that productivity boost. On site, she goes through the work plan steps. As she begins testing, she can go into the connected asset and review the asset health score. This is unlocking that trapped asset IoT data and seeing real-time signals. That's helpful. On the last step of the work, she encounters an unfamiliar error on the control panel. In the past, this could have been a major setback, wasting time, seeking help, or leaving the job incomplete. But not to worry, she has the power of AI in her palm. The tech can speak to Agentforce and simply snap a picture of the error code. Agentforce interprets the code and brings back resolution steps. Hang on, look at this. This is powerful. We just gave it a picture. It knew the asset model and history from the work order, where we were in the installation process. It reasoned with that and relevant product knowledge to return a precise response. It also knew we didn't have the part on hand and could order a quick delivery from someone nearby. This is what we mean when we say Agentforce assists and acts. And by using voice and images, our techs now have next level efficiency. Once the job is complete, Agentforce helps us summarize the on-site work into consistent, useful notes. Our customers are saying this is the easiest way to bring in knowledge from the field, and it can be used as grounding for future troubleshooting. So you just saw schedules get optimized, Agentforce help resolve unknown errors with a snap of a picture, making this a first-time fix. That's giving techs back time and improves work satisfaction. This is the power of humans with AI agents delivering customer success.
Now, what we have done is we have interacted with the customer, we have noted their issues, we have provided a service, we have reached to the end mile, serviced them at their location. But is that the complete journey? I think most of the leaders sitting here today, the key aspect where you get judged is customer satisfaction and NPS. Right? How do you take care of this aspect? How do you generate insights using the customer lifetime value and then bring all that aspect as part of your solution? This is where the customer experience intelligence comes in. What you do is you capture customer feedback. It can be ratings, it can be free text. You can analyze that free text, put it as part of a context, and put a customer lifetime value against it. Now, is that it? Not really. You want to create instant gratification, which means you will create a loyalty engine to serve these customers or probably invoke service coupons. If these actions can be automated for you, I think that's the lovely journey which every customer experience head will love to have. And this is where I summarize the 4 steps. Number 1, you put these AI agents to work. You let them take care of mundane jobs. You let them give you simple examples like order status, order history, refund management, and then you increase your agent productivity in second step, where you provide assisted agents. If you have put certain guardrails where you want to transfer a AI-based call to a human agent, it has to be a seamless transfer. And the most important part is the person who is receiving the call should have the summary and the context of the previous conversation with that AI bot. Third part, even if you have to do that service on the field service side, you provide them assistance, which is powered by AI-based recommendations, so that you enhance and boost their productivity. And the last part is you bring all these features into NPS, CSAT, customer lifetime value. You generate insights, and you ensure that customer experience remains on top of your asks to your management and to your organization. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Me and my team are available throughout the day, so if you want to catch up, happy to do that. Thank you so much.